Listen, I know what you're thinking. You're 46, maybe 52, sitting on a 401k that should be 10 times bigger than it is. You watch videos like this and think, great, another genius telling me I should have started at 25. I get it. Life happened. Divorce, medical bills, helping family, bad decisions, good decisions that went sideways. And now you're staring down 15 more years of the grind, maybe 20, wondering if you'll ever actually stop. But here's what most people don't realize. The math doesn't care when you started. It only cares that you start. And if you've got 10 years, hell, even if you've only got 7, there's a clock you can set that makes this measurable, not magical. Before we go further, drop your age in the comments. Not for me, for you. Because admitting where you actually are is the first step to changing it. Why starting late might actually save you. Here's the brutal truth about being a late starter. You don't have time for BS. The 25-year-old, they can mess around, panic sell, chase meme stocks. Recover, you can't. And that limitation, it's actually your advantage. When you start late, you're forced to cut the noise. No crypto gambling, no hot tips, live below your means, not because it's trendy, but because you have to focus. You've got one shot at this. Most people who start young waste the first 5 years making mistakes. You don't have 5 years to waste, so you won't. Think about it. Would you rather have 30 years of half-hearted attempts or 10 years of absolute focus? Because that's actually the choice. The problem isn't that you re-45 or 50. The problem is thinking that means you re-out of the game. The only number that actually matters, rule of 72, forget everything complicated. There's one formula that'll tell you exactly how long until your money doubles. 72 divided by your return rate. If you're averaging 10% returns and with index funds, that's not crazy. 72 divided by 10 equals 7.2 years. That's it. Every 7 years, your money doubles. Here's why this changes everything for late starters. Say you're 48 with $50,000 saved. Not impressive, right? Feels like nothing compared to where you should be. Age 48, $50,000. Age 55, one double. $100,000. Age 62, two doubles. $200,000. Keep working just 3 more years to age 65. $400,000 plus whatever else you contribute along the way. Is that retire and buy a yacht money? No. But is that I don't have to die at my desk money? Absolutely. The kicker, every dollar you add resets that clock. New contribution of $10,000. That's its OWN 7-year doubling clock. You're not building one pile, you're starting dozens of timers, and each one is ticking whether you're working or sleeping. One guy in the comments is 42, with $350,000 in his TSP, targeting $1 million by 57. He's not lucky, he's counting cycles. He knows he's got 2 full doubles left, maybe a partial third. That's the only math that matters. Real talk, the income problem, I know what the skeptics in the comments are saying. Cool story, bro, but I make $4,000 a month and can barely save $300. I hear you, and I'm not going to insult your intelligence by saying just make more money, lol. But here's the reality check. If you can't save more, you need to earn more. There's no Excel trick that fixes insufficient income. The good news, you're not 25 trying to figure out your career. You're 45 with skills, experience, and hustle. You know how to work. The question is, can you work differently for the next 3 to 5 years? Here's the offense playbook for late starters. Option 1. Squeeze your current job, ask for the raise. Most people never actually ask. Take the overtime hit, the bonus targets, switch companies for a 20 to 30% bump. Loyalty doesn't pay. Option 2. Side income, not a side hustle. You don't need a business, you need cash flow. Consulting in your field, you have 20 years of knowledge, someone will pay for it. Weekend gig work, yes. Even at 50, pride doesn't pay bills. Rent a room, Airbnb, the spare bedroom for 2 years, it's temporary. Option 3. The big move, take the job in a lower cost of living area. Downsize the house now. Not at 65, sell the car. Buy used. I know these sound drastic. But here's the question. Would you rather make drastic moves for 5 years or mild moves for 30 years? The defense side is simpler. Freeze your lifestyle at today's level. If you're living on $3,800 a month right now and you get a $500 raise, you set up auto transfers on payday. If you don't see it, you won't spend it. That's not a hack. That's just behavioral reality. The 3-layer system for people who don't have time for complexity, you need 3 buckets. That's it. Layer 1. The growth engine, 60 to 70% index funds, VTI, VOO. Boring, proven target date retirement funds, auto rebalancing, set in. Forget this is where doubling happens. Layer 2. Income producers, 20 to 30%. Dividend stocks, monthly cash flow REITs. If you're not buying rental property, these pay you now, not in 40 years. Layer 3. Stability, safety, 10 to 15%. Treasury bonds, high-yield savings for 6-month emergency fund. This keeps you from panic selling when the market crashes. Why this matters for late starters. You don't have time to recover from a 2008-style wipeout if all your money is in stocks. The stability layer means when the market drops 30%, you've got safe money to live on while your stocks recover. You never have to sell low, and that income layer. Once you hit 58, 60, those dividends can cover part of your expenses. You're not waiting until 65 for the money to turn on. The brutal math of lost time, missing one doubling cycle adds 7 years to your timeline. That's it. That's the whole cost. Start at 40 instead of 33. Add 7 years. Start at 50 instead of 43. Add 7 years. But here's the flip side. Starting at 48 beats, starting at 55, by those same 7 years, every year you wait is compounding against you. I saw a comment from someone who's 58, saying too late for me. No, wrong. If you start at 58 with even $30,000 and add $500 per month, by 68 you could have $200,000 plus. That's not comfortable retirement money. But it's I can breathe money. It's I can go part-time at 67 instead of full-time at 75 inches. Money. Starting late means you might not get the beach house, but it might mean you get your dignity back, and that's worth every dollar. What do you actually do tomorrow? Week 1. Open a brokerage account. Fidelity, Vanguard, Schwab, doesn't matter. Set up auto invest for whatever you can save, even if it's $200 a month. Put it in a target date fund or total market index. Leave it alone. Month 1, 2, 3. Track every dollar you spend just for 90 days. You need to see where it's going. Find $100 to $500 you're wasting. Redirect it before you feel the cut. Month 4 to 12. Hunt for the income, increase, raise. Side work, job, switch. Do not increase lifestyle. Auto invest every raise bonus before it hits checking year 2 to 10. Repeat. Watch the rule of 72. Do its thing. Don't panic sell when markets drop. Don't get cocky when markets soar. There's a guy in the comments who's 46, went through a divorce, got cleaned out emotionally, spiritually, financially. He's starting from zero. And you know what? He's got 2 to 3 doubling cycles left if he moves. Now, maybe even 4 if he works 270. That's enough to go from broke to breathing room. Another commenter is 26 with $103,000 invested. Started at 16. You know what he sacrificed? Probably a lot of nights out, a nicer car, fancy trips. But he's got 5 to 6 more doubling cycles ahead of him. He'll likely be a millionaire by 40. You might not get 6 cycles, but you might get 2, and 2 is enough to change your life. Drop your age and your current invested amount in the comments. No judgment, just data. Because seeing where you actually are is how you figure out how many cycles you've got left. The clock is running whether you set it or not. The only question is, are you going to start counting?